Do you know what Queen Victoria said when told of the proposed Victoria and Albert Museum?
We are not a museum.
Do you know that Leonardo da Vinci was not only a great painter, but also the first man to invent a flying machine? Do you know what every Acapulco Indian has to do to prove his manhood? Well, now's your chance to learn as you broaden your mind.
Good evening. Well, as you all know, this is an adult education program.
Got it once again, I'm sorry.
Well, we've been taking a look at some of the problems of education, and we've come up with some pretty surprising statistics.
Yes. For example, as these figures clearly show, an alarming number of children leave school each year unable to read or even do simple... What's this long word here?
Arithmetic.
Arithmetic?
Sums.
Oh, sums. Sorry.
Well, we followed up these statistics, and we asked a cross-section of the public how good they thought they were at arithmetic.
Sums.
Sums, yes. Well, out of the 10 people we asked, 5 of them thought they were good, and the other 7 thought they were bad. Well, since your arithmetic obviously needs brushing up, we've decided to set you a little arithmetical problem.
Now, this week we're going to set the problem at the beginning of the program instead of at the end, as this week's question is rather a difficult one, and you may need rather longer to work it out.
So, pencil and paper ready? Then here is the question. What are the next 2 numbers in this sequence?
Well, we'll be giving you the answer to that question at the end of the program. But meanwhile, let's get on with our teaching schedule, and we begin with literature.
Great Britain has a fine literary heritage. William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, Geoffrey Chaucer, the Bronte sisters, and all at 39 Balloon Street, Oldham. And yet, with all these rich treasures of the English language around us, do we always choose to read what's best?
Thank you so much. Okay. I'd like the gardener's manual, please. And this one here.
That's the gardener's manual.
Yes.
And My Dirty Life with Lots of Women.
Yes.
This copy's a bit soiled. I'll see if I can get you another one.
I'm quite happy with that.
Jenny, have we got another copy of My Dirty Life with Lots of Women?
My Dirty Life with Lots of Women?
Yeah.
No, I can't see one. We've got Sexual Customs in the Far East, Scouting Through the Ages, and Paintwork for Experts. Who's it for?
This gentleman here.
There's been some sort of mistake.
Did you especially want My Dirty Life with Lots of Women?
No. I don't want it. I don't want
We could order it for you. It'd take about a week. Can you wait that long?
No, well, I can't. I can't wait. I mean, I'll take the gardener's manual.
Now, are you sure about that? There's
Yeah.
no nude pictures in it, you know.
I don't want any new pictures.
I see, just the dirty stories,
No,
eh?
I don't want it. Do you understand? I don't want it.
Oh, you don't want the gardener's manual?
Yes, I want the gardener's manual, but I don't want the other one. Other one.
What, My Dirty Life with Lots of Women?
Okay, old chap. We've got a copy at home. You can have that if you like.
What?
We've got 3 copies in the vestry, and I'm bound to be getting some more.
I hope you don't take offense, but there you are. I take it everywhere with me.
You don't understand. I just want to go home to my car.
Henry!
Oh, Thompson, hello.
What are you buying?
The Gardener's Manual, Thompson.
Oh, and My Dirty Life with Lots of Women.
Thompson, please.
Henry, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Good heavens, why should he be ashamed?
It's a good book.
We've all bought it.
Yes, but you didn't write it. He's the author.
You wrote My Dirty Life with Lots of Women?
Well, I didn't like to say so at first, but I suppose it's too late now. Yes, I did actually write it.
You dirty young man.
Now then, folklore. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, tonight, we, that is to say, Professor Frederick Pottermore here, and myself, Spooky Sam. No laughing matter, Freddy.
Apparently not, Teddy, no.
No. Tonight, we are going to tell you the amazing story of the headless ghost of Grimwade Towers, who, according to legend, haunts the tiny room at the top of the turret. What's the matter, Freddy?
Touch of indigestion, Teddy. Passed off now.
Ah, good. Well, now, we're not just going to tell you the story, you know. We're going to act out for you in dramatic form.
Oh, in dramatic form.
In dramatic form. The tale of the headless ghost of Grimwade Towers. Now, imagine, if you will, that it is a cold, dark, moonless night. And over there, we see a weird, crumbling old ruin.
You're a fine one to talk, Teddy. You're no Rudolph Valentino yourself.
Shut up, Freddy.
Sorry, Teddy.
We open the door to Grimwade Towers, and we enter.
Oh, it's the door, is it, Teddy? Very dramatic. I like that. Clink. Needs oiling, Teddy.
That's a bit, yes. Here inside, all is silent, as quiet as the grave.
Oh.
And we wait, and we listen.
What happens, Teddy? What happens? What happens?
Look at the candle.
What candle? Where?
You're the candle, Freddy.
Oh, I'm the candle.
You'll be the candle.
All right.
The candle flickers. And then it goes out.
I'm not going out there on my own, Teddy. I'm staying here with you.
Listen. What? The clock strikes 12.
Oh, can I be the clock, Teddy?
You be the clock, Freddy.
Clock in dramatic form, then. Precision job, you know. One, dear sake. You did say 12, didn't you?
Yes.
Boom!
12.
12, Teddy?
Yes.
Oh, doesn't time fly when you're a clock?
But listen, we hear strange noises upstairs.
Do we really?
We decide to climb the spiral staircase and investigate.
You go first. I'm a bit nervous about
Right, off we go then.
Here we go.
Teddy?
Yes? I have a feeling there's somebody behind me.
I know the feeling.
If you don't mind, I think I'll just go on ahead.
Right, come on then.
Excuse me.
Away we go.
Teddy?
Yes?
There's somebody in front of me as well.
Don't be silly, Freddy. We've reached the top, do you see?
Wait for me, Teddy. I'm not there yet.
Oh,
That's it.
The noises come from behind the door to the little room.
We hear the clanking of chains.
The clanking of chains?
You did say it was the little room.
Teddy, look.
What?
The door is beginning to open.
Oh, I can't look, Teddy, I can't look.
There's something lurking in the little room.
Oh.
Slowly the door creaks open, wider and wider. And then... Boom! Oh, there, I couldn't resist it. Oh, you should have seen your face.
You shouldn't have done that, you know. It's very unfair.
Well, that's all the time we have for folklore tonight.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Pardon me, Teddy.
Thought that was you, Freddie.
It must have been somebody else down the stairs.
Come on. Oh,
Somebody else up to me, Teddy. Oh, hello again. How much have we learned so far? Oh, good.
Well, now, news from the world of science. The Inventors Exhibition opened yesterday at Earl's Court, and in the competition section, the judges had absolutely no hesitation in awarding the prize of £10,000 to a man in a trilby hat and dark overcoat with a gun in his hand, who had invented a very fast car.
Let's take a look at some of the other exhibits.
Here's something really useful. This electronic stenographer. Now, this machine can type, take dictation, answer the telephone, make coffee. In fact, it can do the work of 20 secretaries. Well, we had hoped to show you the machine in action, but unfortunately, it's got the flu.
Take a look at a new type of glass. It's lightweight, almost invisible, and completely unbreakable. Fantastic stuff.
Now, this new type of glass can be molded into practically any shape or size, from this tiny little liqueur glass here to this huge sheet of plate. What is it? What's it? Oh, I found it.
Yes, you did. Well, let's get straight on with our learning program. And now it's economics. You all right?
All of us pay taxes. But have you ever wondered what happens to the money? Well, all of this becomes clear if we see what happens to each pound we pay. 15% will go to defense, 20% to social services, 25% to national resources, and 25% to education. The remaining 15% goes on adhesive tape to try to stick the pound together again. All this is designed to strengthen the pound, and a good, strong pound is what we need for foreign trade. Backed up, of course, by strong, hard, international selling techniques.
Roll up, East German, ladies and gentlemen. Do roll up and buy one of the new British aeroplanes. They're lovely. Roll up.
Hello, sweetheart.
Morning, sir.
How do you do, sweetie? What are you selling there, honey bun? Fish and chips, huh?
No, we're selling our new aeroplane. There it is. It's lovely.
Not as lovely as you are, baby, you know that? You're really something, Sugar Plum. How'd you like to defect, huh?
What? Oh, no.
Tell you what, you come round in my pad this evening, we lay on a few dollies, have a few blue films, enjoy yourself, have lots of spaghetti, and maybe you like to defect, huh?
No, I couldn't really.
How would you like to spy for us, Sugar, you with your beautiful eyes? Oh.
No, really. How would you like to buy a plane, A nice aeroplane. For flying in the sky, forwards. It's lovely.
Say, you're quite a salesman, cutie, you know that? Expect you have no trouble with the girls, huh? Yeah. You see Mitzi over there? She could be yours, you know that?
Could you? No, I couldn't possibly.
We have the same thing in leather.
Yes.
And we would pay you very, very well.
Would you? No, honestly, look, please buy a plane. There's a good chap. Ooh. Look, purely as a matter of interest, just hypothetically, suppose I had a friend who was interested in defecting a bit. How much?
£500 a week, sweetie.
£500 a week?
And is your friend interested in cricket?
Cricket? Oh, yes.
Then he could be president of the East Berlin MCC.
Really? And chairman of the test selectors?
Of course, we are trying to get cricket into the Olympic Games, and this time we shall win.
Oh, and could he bring his wife with him?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, splendid. £500 a week. No, look, please, Barclay, Look, when would you actually want to know if my friend could come?
Now?
All right, I'll come. Oh. Hooray! Oh, they're rotten planes anyway. Oh, Mitzi.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello, East Berlin. Goodbye to swinging London. Goodbye, sandy shore. Goodbye, see-through mini blouses. Goodbye, English pubs. Goodbye, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Hey, wait a minute.
Goodbye, Manchester United. Hello, East Berlin.
Hey, wait a minute. What else you got so good in England? I want you to tell me what else you got.
And tonight we turn back the pages of the clock to look at the year that has been called the turning point of the 20th century. We present Scrap Heap for 1930 Foot.
.30 a year of change, of transition, of inconstancy, of stability, but above all, a year.
Approximately.
Yes, give or take a couple of months.
Yes, and if we look back into the world of January 1930, what is it that we see?
Women in string and rosewood bonnets, and the new knee-length boxing breeches, the latest Paris fashion and all the rage. Men in baggy trousers, so baggy they have to jump in the air to see if they've got feet. For those who haven't, the fear of being ostracized and eventually overbalancing. It is still the era of the horse-drawn bicycle, the horse-drawn motor torpedo boat, and the horse-drawn horse.
Yes, 1930 On postage stamps, the bearded profile of Queen Victoria.
February the 8th, 1930 was the coldest recorded day for 250 years. A series of freak storms hit the country. Reports of hailstones the size of railway engines in Crewe. Hailstones the size of hailstones in Bolton. Monsoons in Calcutta. Auntie Madge fell off her bicycle and broke her leg.
We now know that the hailstones the size of railway engines in Crewe were, in fact, railway engines, the size of hailstones.
Yes, 1930 At the League of Nations, United Kingdom is lying third, but with 2 wars in hand.
Then, at 9:31, on Friday the 23rd of March, 1930 listeners to the Home Service heard this news flash.
We have now received confirmation of reports that Italy is preparing to invade the tiny Mediterranean island of Barthos, with 12 armored divisions, convoyed and supported by the entire Italian Navy.
The world was stunned. Crisis at the League of Nations.
A successful act of aggression such as this could spell the end of the League. G-U-E. But disaster was averted at the last moment by a strange act of fate.
2 shepherds on Barthos noticed the Italian division's landing and chased them away.
But in the springtime of 1930 there were other things to excite public attention.
Weston-super-Mare up for the Cup. Before 100,000 people at Wembley Stadium, non-leaguers Weston-super-Mare humble mighty Arsenal by 4 goals to 3 in the Cup upset of all time. We bring you the last half minute of the match with the score 3-all.
Going through the right
The commentator, a Western man, died shortly after the final whistle.
Meanwhile, in an obscure laboratory somewhere in the depths of the physics department of Cambridge University, a promising but as yet unknown scientist was engaged on work on an unknown secret project. His name? Unknown.
But just down the corridor, an aged professor was coming to the end of his life's work.
But there's a brighter side to the halfpenny. In the world of the theatre, musical comedy is all the rage. At the Haymarket, Maisie Turtlet and Bartley Coatle were at the top of their form in Arthur Goat's Love in Springtime. While at the Prince of Wales, Jessie Carter and Wilbur Gannett starred in Hector Oyster Bombardment's smash musical hit, Loving You.
As long as there's a song to sing, as long as there is you to bring.
Court action followed. But in the cinemas, the newsreels were taking a grim look at the dark menace of the storm clouds that were gathering over Europe.
Well, and who's this funny little fellow? Yes, it's the top wop himself, Benito Windbag Mussolini, known even to his mother as Porky. Here he is trying to tell us that the old British lion doesn't have any teeth. Well, watch out, Fascist Fatty. Here's one toothless lion that can give you a pretty nasty suck. Yes, old man, he may not be toothless, but he's no sucker. Yes, it's 109-year-old Mr. Arthur Stokebridge. He's taking no chances. Jerry's bombers will find the going pretty rough if they knock at 23 St. Mary's Road, Hatch End. For young Arthur's made a hole in the roof, and he reckons that any Bosch bombs will drop straight through into a bucket of water in the basement. Good luck, Arthur. Pity you're a loony. And from holes in the roof to holes in the ground. But wait a minute, this isn't a hole in the ground. It's a bunch of our gallant boys in blue. They've got a shock or two up their wings that should give Jerry the jitters. How about this for a start? The girls are on their way to put trampolines on top of the most important buildings in London. When Mr. Bosch drops his bally bombs, they'll bounce back and blow the backsides of his beastly bombers. Unharrow Britain. From the boys in blue to the boys in pink. They're ready, willing, and able. We can all take a leaf out of their books. And speaking of leaves, it's time I took mine. See you all again soon. Cheerio!
But in spite of all this optimism, one thing did grip the attention of the nation.
In the streets, excited news vendors all carried the same message. Newspaper placards carried the single word Fritz.
Yes, Fritz, the royal dachshund, was ill. Holidays were cancelled. Cinemas and theatres closed. At Wimbledon and at Lord's, play continued, but at half pace and in black.
Everyone was waiting.
Here is the 9 o'clock news. The nose of the royal dachshund is still gravely warm this evening, despite the quantities of brandy and Chateaubriand steak administered to him hourly. Any further news of Fritz will be given after the striking of Big Ben every 17 minutes.
And on the morning of August the 9th, this is London. At a few minutes past 8 this morning, Fritz passed away. In Europe, war has been declared between...
This, then, was 1930 foot. But perhaps the climax of the year's achievements came with the launching of the mighty Queen Anne.
She's more than a ship, she's a gesture. A symbol of the better times ahead.
never mind. We've still got the Titanic.
In our sociology section tonight, we look once again at marriage customs. Many of these are the same the world over. Of course, there are certain peculiar and rather unpleasant customs which I'd rather not mention in the east, and the west of England's not much better either. But things haven't changed much since the caveman. Now, as then, married life really begins when the young husband staggers over the threshold with his young bride.
Well, how do you like it, darling?
Oh, it's wonderful. I can't believe it's all ours.
Yes, it is. Our own little home at last.
Today's been so wonderful. I can't believe I'm your wife at last.
Don't say anything, darling.
Oh.
Who are you?
I'm the plumber, sir.
What the devil are you doing here?
Well, I just put in the finishing touches to the toilet, and somebody's out the back
Look,
doing...
I was told this was going to be finished by last week, and if it... What's happening? What's the matter?
Ursula!
Ken, I didn't know you'd become a builder.
What is happening? What is happening?
Nothing's the matter, darling. It's all right.
I'd better get back to the toilet.
Ken,
No, Ralph's here.
Ralph? Ralph Pettigrew?
Yes, he's me mate now. We're friends again.
Who is Ralph?
Ralph was the... Oh, it's too silly.
What is too silly? What is too silly?
If you want me, I shall be in the toilet.
Who is Ralph? Tell me that. Who is Ralph?
It's nothing, darling, nothing. What a lovely house.
It's not a lovely house. It's only half finished. I'll play merry hell with these builders for this. Look, you've got...
Oh, I'm sorry,
Dudley!
Ursula. You're not...
Yes, Dudley, it's no good.
Do you know this man?
Well, yes, darling, I've met him once or twice. Dudley, this is my husband.
Oh, no!
What are you doing, man? Have you gone mad?
Mad? Yes. If you can call a heart that was honest and faithful and true to her mad, then perhaps, yes, I am mad. Goodbye again.
Richard! It's Richard Wakinshaw.
Richard Wakinshaw? Ursula, I think I'm beginning to think you owe me some sort of explanation.
Darling, this is all in the past now. Can't we forget?
All right, darling, get the names. Keep back, everybody. Would you keep back?
Thank goodness.
Now then, sir, are you the master of the house?
Yeah, thank goodness you've come at last.
Ursula.
Oh, not again.
Ursula Dibshort. Oh.
Frank, how you've grown.
Ursula! It is you, but you used to be blonde.
You see, things have changed now.
Look here.
Ursula.
Poor Roger.
Poor Roger.
He's fainted. I'll go and get some water.
Get some water for Roger.
Oh!
Ursula!
You know, you're a very lucky man.
Well, that's the end of the teaching for tonight. And now we come to question time.
And first of all, here's the answer to the arithmetical problem we set you at the beginning of the program. Well, of course, the next two numbers in this sequence are 124 and 120. And now, here's a little problem to test your powers of observation. In this picture, there are 10 little mistakes. Can you spot them?
And
the last question, and this is a historical question. Do you know who really murdered the princes in the Tower? If you do and have any information, would you ring Whitehall 1212? Good night.
Night.